Hello friends, welcome back to our channel Adami Education. So last week we did a few questions based on 2025 board paper from chemistry. Today we are back with MCQ questions from the specimen paper which has just been released recently, and practicing these questions will amp up your preparation in the upcoming board examinations. So let's begin. Which of the following will dissociate in aqueous solution to give a positive ion other than hydronium ion, and it will also, or it can give a negative ion other than hydroxyl ion. So we know hydronium ion is released by acids and hydroxyl ion is released by bases. So we just have to eliminate the options which contain an acid or a base. So we know KOH is a base, so this is not the correct answer. Dilute HCl is an acid, so again it's not going to be the correct answer. CH3COOH, which is acetic acid, this is also an acid, so it will furnish hydronium ions. So the correct answer is NaCl. A compound P is heated in a test tube with sodium hydroxide solution. A red litmus paper held at the mouth of the test tube turns blue. Which of the following could be compound P? So we know one thing, that red litmus will turn blue in the presence of a base, right? So in the following example, let's see which of the following can form a base when it will be reacting with sodium hydroxide. We know ammonium sulfate, which is NH4 whole twice SO4, ammonium sulfate. When it reacts with sodium hydroxide, we are going to get A2SO4. We are going to get ammonia and we are going to get water. So this ammonia, when it is combining with water and it is touching the red litmus, it is going to turn into ammonium hydroxide and it is going to form a blue color. It is going to show a blue color in the litmus paper. So the correct answer will be ammonium sulfate. The correct answer will be ammonium sulfate. So our next question is an assertion reasoning question. You have to be very careful when attempting such questions. Especially you have to be careful with the options. Let's see. The assertion is aqueous solution of potassium chloride can conduct electricity. So the assertion is correct because we know that potassium chloride is a salt, and as soon as it is converted into the aqueous solution or it is in the molten state, it will be able to conduct electricity. Now let's see the assertion. Conduction of electric current is due to the presence of free ions. Correct. The reason is also correct because as soon as we are making a solution of potassium chloride, it is dissociating into potassium and chloride ions, which is responsible for conduction of electricity. So the assertion and the reason are both correct, and the reason is also the correct explanation. So the option will be option number C. When compound X reacts with dilute sulfuric acid, it releases a gas that turns acidified potassium dichromate solution from orange to green. So first of all, you have to identify which gas will perform this color change. So it is sulfur dioxide gas. Alright, so sulfur dioxide gas is released in which of the following reactions? Let's say lead nitrate, no. Copper carbonate, no. We need sulfur dioxide, so it has to be a sulfite. So potassium sulfite. Potassium sulfite, when it is reacting with dilute sulfuric acid, it is going to release sulfur dioxide gas, which will turn potassium dichromate from orange to green. So the next question is, identify the ion which contains one lone pair of electrons. So what is lone pair? Lone pair is a pair of electron which is not involved in bonding with any other atom. So these are called lone pair. So all of these examples are ions. OH minus ion is hydroxyl ion, H3O plus ion is hydronium ion, NH4 plus is ammonium ion, and H plus is hydrogen ion. Now if you observe the structures closely, this is a question from chapter number 2, you will observe that lone pair of electrons are present only in the hydroxyl ion. In all the other examples, there is no lone pair of electrons. So OH minus 1 is going to be our correct answer. Next, 4 reactions are shown below. Which reactions will produce water? So it's a very simple one. First of all, we are burning or you can say we are heating calcium carbonate. So this is a decomposition reaction, and in no way we are going to get water in case of a decomposition reaction. So the first option is not correct. Next is dilute hydrochloric acid and zinc. So we know that whenever a metal such as zinc will react with hydrochloric acid or any other acid, we are going to get a salt and we are going to get hydrogen, not water. So the second option is also not correct. Now coming to the third one, ethanol, when it is burnt, we know ethanol is an alcohol, and when any sort of organic compound is burnt, it is going to produce carbon dioxide and water. So option number 3 can be a correct answer. Also dilute sulfuric acid is reacted with magnesium carbonate, that is a metal carbonate, we are going to get metal salt, water and carbon dioxide. So option number 4 is also correct. So the correct answer is option C, option number 3 and 4. Next, the volume occupied by 2 moles of a gas at STP. We know that the volume occupied by 1 mole of a gas at STP is 22.4 liter. Over there, they have asked about 2 moles. So the correct answer will be 44.8 liter. A very nice question. Many of you are going to make mistake. You are not going to see how many moles they have asked, and you are going to directly tick mark the option as option A, but that is not correct. Identify from the following metal oxide which can react with an acid as well as an alkali. So they are talking about an amphoteric oxide in this case, and the options are very simple over here. The answer will be aluminium oxide, which is an amphoteric oxide, and it can react with both an acid and a base. The next one, the structures of 4 hydrocarbons have been provided to us, and you have to say how many isomers of butene are shown in the above structures. So butene is an alkene, that means a double bond has to be there. So the first one is not correct because the first one only contains single bond. Next one, let's see, there are 4 carbon, and yeah, I guess it is correct. Yeah, this one is correct. Similarly, in the next one also there are 4 carbon and there is a double bond. Yeah, and in the last one as well. Yes. So there are 3 isomers of butene. Alright. Which element amongst the following has the largest atomic radius? This is from chapter number 1. So as we know, across the period the atomic radius will go on decreasing, the size of the atom will go on decreasing. So in this case, since sodium belongs to group number 1 and the others are the elements of the subsequent groups, so as a result sodium will have the largest atomic radius. So that is our correct answer. Our next question is related to pH, that means it is from the chapter acid, bases and salts. For which pH change there is a maximum increase in the acidity. The acidity is increasing, that means the pH will decrease. So as you can see, in the first option the pH is increasing, so that is a wrong answer. In the second one also the pH is increasing, so that is also wrong. In the third and the fourth one the pH is decreasing. So in the third one the pH is decreasing by 2, and in the fourth one the pH is decreasing by 4. So of course option D is the correct answer, because more acidity will be observed in this case. Next, the equation below shows the reaction between element X and dilute sulfuric acid. Which particles are responsible for conducting electricity in dilute sulfuric acid and compound XSO4? So this is also a very direct question. In any sort of compound on making a solution or in the molten form, whenever it is able to conduct electricity, it is because of the presence of both positive and negative ions. So undoubtedly, without seeing the options also, you can mark this as the correct answer. Methanol and ethanol belong to the same homologous series. So as you know, homologous series are groups of organic compounds which contain the same functional group. So the correct answer will be they have the same functional group. This is also a very easy question. Next, the ratio between the volumes occupied by 22 grams of carbon dioxide and 10 grams of hydrogen gas is. So in this case again we have to use the concept of number of moles and the volume occupied. So carbon dioxide, we have to first find the molecular mass of carbon dioxide, 44. So the number of moles of carbon dioxide will be 22 divided by 44, given mass divided by molecular mass, so 0.5. So we know that 1 mole occupies 22.4 liter. So 0.5 moles will occupy 22.4 divided by 2. So I can write it as 11.2. Next, 10 gram of hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas, so its molecular mass is 2. The number of moles is 5. That means 5 into 22.4. So let me make it simpler so that we can do the cancellations. 22.4 divided by 2 into 5. To 5 into 22.4. So this gets cancelled out and we are left with 1:10. So in the last question, we have been provided a diagram for the electrorefining of copper. So if you know, electrorefining is a process by which impure metals are refined using the process of electrolysis. So this is a very direct and common question. Let's see. In the process of electrorefining of copper shown in the diagram below, which of the following statements is correct? First of all, the anode is made of pure copper. The anode is never made out of the pure metal. The anode is always made out of the impure metal. So this is wrong. The cathode is made of the impure copper. Wrong, because cathode is made out of the pure metal. That's why it is very thin. Copper is deposited on the anode. No. From the anode, the particles, the ions of the pure metal are going to be released and then they are going to get deposited on the cathode. So the correct option will be option number D. Right, so I guess you have understood today's video. Next week we are going to continue with the specimen paper solutions, and subsequently we are also going to do the specimen paper MCQs from physics, maths and biology as well. Keep studying everybody. Have a good day.